Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Another quick video on some prop trading firms. Hope you're having a fantastic day. You're smashing the trading and get some fantastic profits. So before we get going, if you can hit that subscribe button and give the video a big thumbs up, that would be fantastic. So I wasn't going to do many more videos on prop trading firms. I think I've done a bit to death, and there's lots of other channels doing some probably better videos than I am about it. But I was pinged into a Telegram group on Sunday night and got flooded with just alerts. So I eventually went and had a quick look at what it was, and it was another prop trading firm started up, and also they're trying to recruit people and get them all signing up to their new challenges, etc. And that got me thinking, what is the state of the prop trading scene right now, and is it a healthy state or is it at saturation point? We can definitely see a lot more prop trading firms just springing out of the woodwork. We don't know if they're good, they're bad, what the history's like, how they all interact in the back end services, what their customer relations and their customer service is like. And I think that's pretty almost bad for the industry right now. Too much of a good thing can saturate and actually make traders go away from probably the more established prop firms like FTMO, for example, and then go for these smaller startups and therefore not get the benefits they would have with client services, account matrix, etc. I'm not saying these startups are bad or these new prop firms are going to be scamming everybody, but as always, we've seen with some of the ones in the past 2 or 3 months, when they get a surge of people signing up, it takes a long time to get through the backlog, and it just has a negative impact on the traders wanting to get started and established in their trading careers. So where I see this as a bad thing is that these new firms are starting up, and because they haven't got a client base, they're basically paying people to go through Telegram groups, see who's been posting, see who's active, see who's a member of those, and add them into these other groups, and therefore then start marketing that way. Now, with a lot of these apps, unless you've changed your security and privacy settings, there is no way of opting out of this, and therefore you get flooded with alerts, which is what happened to me. But I think when there's a lot of people who are undecided or sitting on the fence on deciding what prop firm to go with, we can see that obviously they might be swayed down a particular path if the price is better, or they've got a bigger drawdown, or the challenge is not quite as difficult, and therefore they're going to give their money to these new firms without doing the due diligence and background checks which everyone should do before starting up with any new firm. So where I see these scams working in the past is where it's not the prop firm's fault, it's the people who want to do the challenge on your behalf, where they contact people directly and say, I'll do it for you, I will get you your 8-10% return really quickly, just pay me these account in Bitcoins. It goes off to who knows where, you've got no comeback, and therefore they fail the account, they blow the account in 1 or 2 days, and therefore you've got no way of getting the money back, and you've also lost your account. And then for these people, it's even harder to get back on because you've got to pay for another challenge fee, then got to go through it all yourself, and you really start to get demoralized, and therefore you just keep funding these prop firms and just doing the challenge over and over again, rather than actually taking a step back, learning the skills, learning the trading, and actually getting and funding it and doing it yourself. What I'd like to see potentially is, rather than always prop firms starting up, and obviously there's a lot of white label ones coming on and just repackaging and rebranding the big ones, is just more of a consolidation and giving back to the community. We know there are thousands of people all in these Telegram groups, all desperate to get onto a prop firm or trading challenge. And we also know that the model that has been displayed as working is that the people who are doing these challenges are paying for the funded trades at the top. And I have no problem with that whatsoever. But as the market thins out and thins out and thins out, there's got to be some point where the prop firms are not getting the people coming through the challenges because they're so spread thin, and the percentage of funded trades at the top are then going to struggle to get their payouts if the prop firms are relying on failed challenges. We can almost liken this to the apex predator in the food chain. If there's an imbalance below that and there's not enough food for those, therefore they will then become extinct. Or if there's too many of the top predators, they go and eat all of the food below them in the food chain, and therefore it struggles further down. And I can almost see that happening in a prop trading firm right now. Is we really need to, I wouldn't say establish rules and guidance, but just everyone be more careful who they sign up with and do their due diligence. And I've been guilty in the past of probably championing certain prop firms when they probably shouldn't have been championed, and I'll hold my hands up to that and say, yep, fine, I will take the flak for that one. But really, for everyone who's looking to get into prop trading now, please do your due diligence. Please check that the prop firm is right for you. They've got some evaluation accounts. You can actually speak to the people on the phone if you need to, and just make sure that it's correct for you. I think for any of the new firms coming on board, if they are really shaking the market up and offering something new and dynamic and better for the traders, then fantastic. But they're not. They're just copying the same spiel. It's just, we'll offer you a bigger drawdown, or we'll offer you a less percentage challenge, or we'll give you slightly longer to pass. There's nothing new that these guys are offering, and I think that's where we're going to fall into some traps very soon. Okay, that's my little rant over, just my sort of thoughts for the day on where the industry's going with prop trading. I still think it's fairly healthy. I still think there's enough people coming through to keep this and funding it. But I think at some point, a lot of people are going to get caught out and scammed by a new company coming along and taking in, I don't know, $1 million of worth of revenue from people very quickly and just literally doing nothing and going and running away with it. Hopefully that's not going to happen to anyone that's watching this video. But if they do, let me know. Right, better get back to my trading. See you all again soon. Cheers, guys.